Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video is going to be a part of my little scrapbook store, and we're going to be doing, I think it's challenge number 4, which is like the summer concert challenge. And with this one, you have to think of like a song title or lyric that you can put on your title or in your journaling. So that's what we're going to do. But if this is your first time coming to my channel, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell right next to it, it'll alert you whenever I upload new content. Okay, and we're going to hop right on in. So I'm going to use this Pink Fresh stencil. It's the cloud stencil. And what's really cool about it is you have two different cloud designs on the one stencil. Okay, and then this is my photo that we're going to use. I love the clouds and the rainbow, so I got two colors for each of the colors of the rainbow, and we're going from pink to red, orange, yellow, green, the two blues because I like a tealy blue, and of course a more true blue, and purple. So when I first start off, I know the pink is Kitsch Flamingo, and then the second one is Picked Raspberry. And as I start here, you'll notice I kind of go too far up, okay? And I'm doing a little bit too much with the pink. You see how large that area is? Like, I didn't need to go that far up. And I'm going to figure it out when I start with my next color of pink, because with the way that I was doing it, I wouldn't have room for all the colors. Like if I was doing, how can I say, if I was doing just one color of each, it would be fine, right? So if I just did the one pink, one red, orange, and went my way up, I could have gotten all the colors and just kept repeating until I got to the end, right? So like I could probably have gotten the purple before the end of the page and then just started with pink again and work my way up. I could have done it that way, but I really wanted to use the two color of pinks. So the best part about white paper, flip it over, start over, right? Because it's like, okay. I realized what I did and I need to do this a little bit differently. So instead of going crazy with the pink, I'm just doing a little bit right along the edge. I'm not trying to do a huge section of pink distress ink, okay? Just a little bit, okay? Perfect. Now I'm going to flip or turn it so that the other side is up, and we're going to grab that pink, the Picked Raspberry, and I'm still concentrating and making sure that my border around it isn't that big. Okay, I just need a little bit of color to show the difference, between where the cloud is and then the color behind it, right? Okay, so now we're gonna go to the reds. So for the reds, I'm gonna do Festive Berries, and then I also chose Crackling Campfire. Okay, now with the berries, I'm going to put that down first because it's more of a brighter red. And then I'm going to go to the Crackling Campfire. So my goal with all of the Distress Oxides were to have like one that's a more vibrant color and then one that was maybe a little bit darker, right? So it's still in the same family, but you just get a little bit of depth by choosing the two different shades, okay? Once I put down, like this is I'm putting down the Festive Berries. And this is a really cool, like what I like about Festive Berries is it's red, but it's almost like a red pink. So that's why I liked putting this one. And then when I go to the next color, it's going to have more of that reddish orange tone. So I think it prepares for when I go to the oranges, which is going to be, I think I did Carved Pumpkin and, Lord, the other orange just completely left my brain. But you'll see what I mean as I put this Crackling Campfire down. You see how it has that reddish tonal quality? It's red, but it's more leaning towards orange, which is the next, you know, transition to the next colors. Okay, so I'm just using a baby wipe to kind of wipe the color off, and then I use my microfiber to dry it and get it ready for the next colors. And I just go straight up the 12 by 12 paper, changing my colors, switching them out, and cleaning off my stencil as I go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the camera off, finish, and then we're gonna come back. Okay, so this is the finished project, and you can see I went from the pink to the reds, then to the oranges and yellows, to the two greens, the tealy blues, true blue, and then I ended with the purples. And I love how it turned out. I think it's so, it's unique, it's different, and I'm really having fun with these clouds. I can't help it. I'm gonna do one where I use all pink and just do pink clouds all up the page. I think that would be really pretty because, you know, I love pink. Okay, so I'm taking some of the Sun-Kissed collection. I know you guys are probably like, okay, you're really doing a lot with the Sun-Kissed, but I'm doing it because I'm trying to push myself to use up a collection. I never use up a collection, you guys. I'll use it, make one or two layouts, and then I move on and I forget all about it. And with this one right here, you get so much stuff with it. I'm still able to make layouts with the scraps and all the embellishments, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm trimming down the photo so then I can make my mat to be like 1/8 of an inch, basically, right around the photo. And I'm just measuring, making sure that I'm trimming down correctly, and it gives me that nice thin border, okay? And then I'm going to take the pattern paper that you see underneath the cutter, and I'm going to create basically two sort of like accent pieces. One's going to go to the bottom right hand side of the photo, and one's going to go to the upper right. And once we have that put together, then we're going to attach it and get to really decorating it. Okay. So while we're fussing with this, I do want to remind you guys, if you haven't already, definitely think about going to my little scrapbook store. They have an online community that's really, really just a great group of people. We have fun, we do challenges, the design team is amazing, and every so often we plan crop weekends like this one that we're on now, which is the Camp Scrap-A-Lot. And when we plan the weekends, there's always tons of challenges. And the best part is Michelle gives you basically a whole month to work on it. Okay. So if you're busy, if you work a lot, you have time, you can still create and feel a part of the community that you're not missing out by not being there on the weekend of. Okay. So this rainbow paper, we're going to put right beneath the actual photo itself, so that way it has a little bit of a rainbow effect right there. So we went from, I think it's the pink up to the green, and then I'm going to grab those other pieces. So I have a scrap piece here and a scrap piece with the like kind of rainbowish color, and I like the dark blue. I was trying to see if I should do layers, and then I just decided, nope, I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going to trim this down, clear off all that white that was sticking on it, and that's just going to go to the bottom right hand side. And then I'm just going to kind of like, not fussy it, but I'm basically lining up my papers and then making them similar in size. And I'm just going to kind of, like I said, put one on the bottom right, one on the bottom left. I was going to do the stars, but I like the solids with the stripe around the photo, so that's the way I'm going to wind up doing it. So we're going to attach it, and then they'll go basically right there, right in the center. And then my sentiment is going to go, my title, I should say, is going to go right down below the photo. Okay. So we're going to get everything kind of glued and put together. and then I just layer it, take my time, and I use the wet glue to give me a little bit of time to be able to attach, and if I don't have it in the right spot, I can pull it apart or move it around to get everything in the right spot. Now, once we had that on, I decided I wanted to use some fun foam. And I always, with my fun foam, I wing it. There's no like set way to do anything. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing to put under. So I decided, yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and just do this fun foam. And we're going to take the backing off because it already has sticky. And we're going to lay that down. And if it's too long, I just trim it. And then I'll move it and place it where, it'll fit. I'm just trying to make sure like nothing is sticking out in any weird places. Okay. And then I just trim down and cut as I see fit. I got to just make sure that it's in the right spot and then go from there. So like this one is going to go down in the bottom. It was a little bit too long, so I just cut that into 2 pieces, and then we have that at the bottom. And then this is going to be trimmed and trimmed again to go along that far edge. And then you can use the tape runner on top of the foam. And then I always use the wet glue as well. And then there you go. So the whole back is covered. It took us a little bit of piecing, but we got it done. Okay, so now there's nothing on the back of the foam, but I can lay it down and figure out my pieces. Now I have these clouds that were in the ephemera packet, and I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to use these clouds. I need to just put them on, And it turns out on my puffy stickers, I find a couple of more clouds. So I'm like, you know what? Clouds are definitely in. I'm not sure about the rainbows. I think it might be overkill. So I'm just going to start working on the title. So the title for this layout is going to be Rainbow Connection. And I remember that song. I want to say it wasn't my freshman year, but when I went to college, I was part of like the greeting committee, like the people who greet all the freshmen and stuff. And one of the years we did, it was a Rainbow Connection theme, and we all had to learn the song. Don't worry, I'm going to save you. I'm not going to sing the song, but feel free to if you're at home. All right, so I had to look up connection because I wanted to make sure I was spelling it correctly and I had enough of the letters. So I'm just pulling out what I do have that's on my open sheet of thickers, but I am going to wind up having to open up a second sheet because I ran out of the end. Yeah. That last end. I only had the 2, so I had to go into a new packet to get one more letter. And I was fussing with these thickers. Let me tell you, they were more than annoying. Do you see them all sliding and moving around? I'm like, you know what? They're super annoying. So I grabbed the one that I hadn't used. Thankfully, it wasn't a pain. I was able to get the last 2 ends I needed off of that and move along. But I'm going to tell you, I love it because it's the black with the gold line in it. I was like, these are really pretty. These will go perfect. So I put them on wax paper and I trimmed the wax paper down so I can lay it and figure out exactly where I want my wording to go. So once I put it there, I knew, yeah, that's definitely where the word is going. Okay. But I wanted to look through some things. I'm putting those to the side because I kind of feel like, yeah, I'm not going to use those. I'm just trying to put some of the tape runner down. Some spots it works, some it don't. So I just start squeezing out the art glitter glue and get that down. Because really the background is it is the embellishment. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're doing stuff like this with the different stencils and all that back, like that becomes the background, the thing, the element for the layout. There's not much you have to do after that. But I just wanted to make sure. So I do go through a few things, and I wind up using most of the puffy stickers and a few of the clear stickers, which is what I'm putting down right there. There's a little orange like brush stroke that I put over there, and then there's another one over there, and this one has like the teal, blue, and the green. So I put it up at the top where those colors kind of are next to each other. And then this one, which has more of the colors, I was like, you know what? I'll put that in the center, and then I can put Rainbow Connection on each side of the rainbow sticker. I know you guys are like, wow, like poof, like your brains just exploded when I did that. All right. So now I'm taking a few of the buttons. I try to do them in threes. I think after doing this, I'm left with three, so it's perfect. So I'm putting that one in kind of the yellow section because it's mostly yellow. And then I have one to put up by the teal, or the, yeah, more teal section of the colors. So that way it's all together. And now I got the two small puffy sticker clouds, and I'm putting them kind of on top of the other clouds, so it's like it's giving it a little added dimension. And now I'm gonna start picking stuff to kind of go on the different colors. So I like that rainbow. I think I wind up putting the rainbow next to each of the clouds, which at first when I looked at it, I was like, well, it might seem like it doesn't make sense, but there's actually three of the rainbows because it's one on the button on the bottom right, and then you have the other two rainbows. And now I'm going to take elements off of the puffy sticker and put them in the color where they coordinate. So we have the dark blue, some greens, orange, a couple of teals, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's other elements on here. Will I ever use a blue starfish? Probably not, but it goes good with this color up here, so let's take that off. And we're going to put that up there. I got a sun. Okay, I'm going to put it in the yellow section over here. I got an orangey flower. I'm going to put that over there. No rhyme, no reason. So a little bit of yellow, the pineapple with the green on top. So I kind of get it closer to the green and the yellow portion. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to put things where I think they will best go as far as the color. Okay, I put that flower on top of the rainbow because I figured it could go in between the Rainbow Connection. They had a red clear sticker, a pink, like a darker pink clear sticker flower, so I'm using those. And then I'm going to start gluing down the thickers. Now here's the deal. If you have thickers in your collection and you don't put glue on the back of them when you put them on your project, don't be surprised when your project is missing letters, because the glue, the sticky on the back, it's not that strong. It really isn't. So I suggest definitely glue them down. Whether you're mixed media or you're not, glue them down, or else you'll be very sad that your letters have come off your project. So on this, I decided to bring my T-ruler out, and I'm trying to write the word, or do the word, rainbow backwards, so that way I have the same spacing between the letter and the flower that's in the middle, right? Because once I get rainbow done, I'm going to start connection on the other side of the flower and going towards the end of the page that way. Okay, and then we're going to do the R. And there's our rainbow. And now we're going to do the other side. Now, the one thing that surprised me about this one is I didn't splatter at the end. Yeah, normally I would, you know what I mean? I like to do splatters. I think for me, it's sort of like the cherry on top. It's just it's just a little finished thing. It doesn't take a whole lot. Sometimes the color fades to the back. It's not very in your face type thing, but it looks nice. But on this one, I didn't, because once I lay down the word connection, we got some more stuff we're going to put down on this layout. And it turns out once I kind of turn everything off and I'm sitting here looking at it, I decided to go through my gems, and I'm actually going to add colored gems to the layout in the color areas as well. So I have some yellows from like the sand color, and then some pink and purples and blues. I mean, I was able to find a gem for each of the colors, even the purple. I thought I might have to use some sequins for that, but I actually wound up finding a couple of purpley colored ones. So it really panned out. It worked out really well. And I'm still looking through stuff. I saw some of the white words on the sticker sheet, the ones at the bottom. I was hoping they had something that mentioned rainbows. I was going to grab it, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone. It's fine without it. I don't need to put another sentiment or word down at the bottom. And this is a layout I won't really journal on. I literally did this one because I love the way it looks. I like the rainbow, and that's all that matters, you know? I know you just started singing the song again, didn't you? Leave a comment down below if you wound up singing the song whenever I mentioned the title, Rainbow Connection. Just let me know. I know you guys thought of Kermit. I did. Okay. So we're just adding a few more pieces. Just putting them down in the area. Because my idea is use up what you can. Use up what you can. Just put it down. It'll be okay. And then I'm showing you here, I'm grabbing some of the gems. And I think I did grab a sequin mix, but we don't use a sequin mix. I'm just trying to grab all the gems and just go from there. Yeah, these are all sequins. Okay, yep. So I think I got them all out. I'm going to get rid of the one that is the sequins. Yeah, don't need those, but we're going to pull out the gems from here and finish the project. So we're about to have the close-ups, but I just want to say thank you guys for joining me. I hope that if you've ever gotten a stencil like this, a cloud stencil, I know they're very popular. Definitely try this technique. It's so much fun, and I love the colors in it. They're so vibrant with the distress inks. So much fun. If you're not a subscriber, and I know I mentioned this already in the beginning, but please consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell so that way you know whenever I upload new content. And definitely head on over to my little scrapbook store. Come join us and participate in the online crops. I mean, it's free. You can't get no better than that. So thanks again, you guys, and I hope you have a great day.